county perspective, we're also limited in what we can do.
Counties don't create jobs, cities do. And that is Fairfield Mayor Katherine Moy's top priority to meet this moment.
It is unprecedented.
In Fairfield alone, the Budweiser plant closure and CVS layoffs are a major blow, especially when factoring in countywide the Valero refinery shutdown and layoffs at the Mare Island dry docks.
So some of these people are going to have to do what we're trying to avoid, and that is to work outside of Fairfield, Solano County. It's tragic. That's what it is.
Moy says the mayors of every city in Solano are working together to bring back jobs.
This is the time when you want to be one team, and we are in Solano County.
As for the future of the massive Budweiser plant, Moy says the city is in talks with another drink manufacturer and a biotech company, both eyeing the site, which could help restore jobs. She wants residents to remain hopeful.
Hopefully they can find employment. And once again, if the employment is outside of the county, once again, that's less taxes. So really her job is to bring more jobs, but also just the quality of life that, these officials that are over cities, their job is to bring jobs to a city and also improve the quality of life as far as school districts are concerned, as far as facilities are concerned. So they should be in talks, or at least have some people on a list that they can reach out to, and hopefully that happens. Now, the WARN Act is basically where companies will let you know in advance that there's going to be some major layoffs. And, you have to start preparing a little bit early. Sometimes you have to look at your job and see, is there a WARN Act on my position or my area, to make sure that you are preparing. And that's why having an emergency fund is so important, is that there are going to be things that are outside of your control. Yes, you may be a great employee, you may be hitting all your numbers, but that doesn't guarantee the company is going to hit their numbers, or that everyone is contributing to this goal, or everyone's doing the right thing. So you have to take care of yourself. Dave Ramsey has a great quote. You probably heard me say it a million times, but what goes on in your house is more important than what goes on in the White House. So what goes on in your house is more important than what goes on at the job. You saving your money in your name, your 401k, rolling over into your IRA, or having access to money that you can control regardless of your job situation, is going to be more important than if you have a great job, or if you have a great title, or how long you've been in your career. All that stuff doesn't matter, because once you get laid off, all that identity, all those titles, all that status gets stripped away from you because you don't own it. It's almost like this pseudo meaning, right? It only has the meaning that you give to it, So, my prayers go out to the people who lost their job. I hope they reach out and take care of their money, because there's a lot of things associated. I don't want them to make a bad financial decision. A lot of people will take it out, put it into their savings account, then they take a hit because they're under 59 and a half. They pay a 10% penalty. There's a lot of tax implications when dealing with your 401k. And if the job is already getting rid of workers, they probably are not going to sit down and work with you one-on-one to make sure that you have the least amount of tax implication for rolling the money over, or find out your options on how to access the money. They're just going to give you the documentation and hope that, and hope for the best. But if that's you, if you need some help, you can always schedule a consultation. It'll be pinned in the comments below. You can schedule a consultation with me. We'll talk about your retirement if you got laid off, or you're potentially going to get laid off, or you think that you might get laid off and you kind of want to plan early. Let's have a conversation and let's get that going.